Welcome children to the next session of Physical Features of India chapter. After having an interesting study of plate tectonic theory, on the basis of that theory, let us explore the formation of Himalayas. At present, this is the situation of our world map, where the continents, the oceans are having the locations at present. How they have reached to this location? Were they like this from earlier also? Or are they still moving? All these questions they give the answer in the plate tectonic theory. Formation of Himalayas is lying its history in the very earlier period. Earlier there was only one supercontinent and this continent was called as Pangaea. Though complete landmass, it was one landmass. Of course, there were pieces, but all these pieces were intact together. Slowly, as we have studied, due to the convectional currents. If you remember convectional currents, that means the layer of mantle. This mantle hot lava, as it is moving in a circular manner, these plates are also moving. And hence, as these plates kept on moving, they started dividing themselves. In this, you will find the first supercontinent, that is Pangaea. So this is the first situation. After that, we find the same Pangaea, it has got divided into two different continents. So the above one became Laurasia and the southern one, it became the Gondwana land. Now Gondwana land, this is important for us because India was a part of Gondwana land. Now this is a small section, a small peninsular region. This is basically India. So earlier the southern particular continents, that means North America, Africa, Antarctica, Australia and even the peninsular part of India, they were in the southern hemisphere and they were the part of the oldest landmass, that was Gondwana land. The further drifting, that means the movement of the plates, that has separated all these continents in the particular manner, that is this situation. And finally today, that is slowly we are at this position which is currently we are all knowing. Maybe after millions of years again the situation might be changing and the world map may change. But because this process is very slow process, this is a diastrophic movement. It takes millions of years to change these positions. And hence they are not clearly observed by us. Right now we know this is the current situation. Now here you find the situation of India. So India earlier in the southern hemisphere, and in the final position India has reached from here to here. It means India got drifted towards the northern hemisphere due to the plate movement. Let's see how. Now Gondwana land included India, Australia, South Africa, South America, Antarctica as a single landmass. This is how our Peninsula Plateau region, it moved from southern hemisphere to northern hemisphere. Now here, as it is not given, but then to point out the position of India and the position of Eurasian plate. India was a part of Indo-Australian plate, a complete one plate, and this whole plate was moving northwards and it is still moving northwards. How? Because you must be remembering that our Himalayan region, even till date, they are getting earthquakes also. The hot water springs, they are also there. This shows that the Himalayan range are still going up and the plate is still in the movement. Now between these two positions, that means this particular position and this, that means the India and the Eurasian plate. Here we were having a Tethys Sea. There was a Tethys Sea was present. Now Tethys Sea was known as a geosyncline. We will see that what is a geosyncline. It is a big depression which is full of sediment. So in between these two plates there was Tethys Sea. And when these plates started moving towards each other, what had happened? The sediment which was present in the Tethys Sea, it got compressed and it has rised high, and that has given the formation of Himalayas. Now plate boundaries. Plate boundaries here in short, to give you an idea. India, that is here. We have the location of India here, and above that we have the Eurasian plate, and this is Indo-Australian plate. Now these two plates, they were moving. In this, wherever these type of lines are given, that means a destructive plate boundary. It means if here the earth or the plate moves, they cause destruction. Whereas you have another plate boundary which is given here in the red color as I am making. This is a constructive plate boundary. Constructive, it means if the plate moves here, it will do some construction like creation of a mountain, an island, likewise. These are the plates. Now in this, if you will see the position of India, this is Indian plate which was earlier a part of Indo-Australian plate, and above that you have a very big plate, and that is Eurasian plate. So our small Indian plate which was earlier present somewhere here, that has shifted till the Eurasian plate, and in between there was a sea. So sea, the water went away, but then on the joining part we have the development of the Himalayas, that is the sediment, it has got folded. This is about the geosyncline, a narrow, shallow, elongated basin with a sinking bottom in which considerable thickness of sediments were deposited by the rivers coming from Angara land and Gondwana land. So it was having lots of sediment in this. Himalayas, after the formation, they are still present in front of us. Now geologically, that means in the history of the formation of the earth, Himalayas are the recent formation. It means all the other features they have formulated earlier, but Himalayas comparatively is very young formation. On the top of it, these are fold mountains, as we have studied. One of the effect of convergent plate boundary, that the complete sediment which was present in the Tethys Sea, it got folded and complete rise of big Himalayas has been formed. So Himalayas are called by these three names. These are the three adjectives which are used for this. Himalayas are young, they are fold, and they are mountains. Let's explore these three words. They are mountains because their average height is 6,000 meters. We know that there are three features: mountains, plateaus and plains. Plains are having the height of till 200 meters. Plateaus till 600 meters. But if you have anything above 600 meters, they are termed as mountains. And here we see Himalayan heights are average 6,000 meters. So they are mountains. Why are they young? Have you seen Himalayas? Geologically they are young. How to identify that they are young? Because they have pointed peaks. They have very fast flowing rivers. And they are having very deep and on the top of it narrow valleys. Now how does this tell that they are young? This means that they are less open to erosion if they would have been present over here since many years, till now the hills might have become rounded, the valleys might be becoming very broad, but that is not the case. Himalayas are still having pointed peaks, fast flowing rivers, deep narrow valleys, and they are fold mountains. Now fold mountains, this is the formation due to the convergent boundary of Indo-Australian and Eurasian plate. They have rise high, and that's why they are structurally fold mountains. So if you get a question how Himalayas are young fold mountains, we have to explain this. On the other hand, Peninsular Plateau. Peninsular Plateau is an old topography. You will see the peninsular regions, the hills are rounded, they are mostly eroded. Our rivers are gently flowing because they don't have much speed, because everything has become leveled due to very high erosion. The valleys are also wide and they are not also deep. They are U-shaped, that means lots of erosion. So this was a part of oldest landmass, and hence we call Himalayas are the young topography. We have a second most important feature of India, that is northern plain, that is the foothills of Himalayas, complete foothills of Himalayas, where our Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and Assam, they are lying. These are plains. Now how these plains have formed? Northern plains was formed by the deposits. By whom? By the rivers. Now by which rivers? Obviously the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. Lots of sediments were brought by the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers, and because Himalayas very high, they brought all the sediments and they started depositing it at the foothills, and slowly the complete gap got filled and we had the formation of northern plain. This is what of course the northern plain is. So the rivers from both the sides, you have the rivers from Himalayas, they have brought the sediment and deposited. Even the rivers from here, the Peninsula Plateau, because if you will see, this is a totally heighted region, and even some places here also it is plateau, so it is slightly elevated, but in between northern plain is a low lying region, it is not having a height. So all these rivers, whichever they were bringing, whatever sediment they were bringing, they all have deposited in this particular region. So this is how we have formulated the complete northern plains. So in this session we have studied the development of Himalayas and the development of northern plains. Now supportive slides to show the visuals with links I am attaching. Please go through it, as I have attached in the earlier session also. Here also, to give you the visual understanding, I will be attaching some links. So you have to open the links and see the videos. Thank you.